we cover every aspect of packaging, print related into packaging, film, all sorts of areas of pharmaceutical, cosmetics, all sorts of areas that become very key subjects for us in relation to web cleaning and static control. Key markets will be FMCG areas and pharmaceutical, cosmetics, healthcare areas. If we're talking about an analog press, if you don't have a web cleaner, your first print station, in effect, becomes your web cleaner. First print plate, that first print station is just going to be picking up contamination all the time. And that means now that you have poor print quality. If it's spotted, that's fine. The operator cleans that print plate, but in doing that, he now has waste. In digital world, it's exactly the same, but the effects can be even worse because a digital print engine is a lot more difficult to work with, a lot more expensive. The components within it, in other words, the print heads themselves, are very expensive. So damaging them or cleaning them is obviously a no-no. So again, cleaning prior to the print engine is imperative, really. Let's take a pharmaceutical label that's actually itemizing a drug dose or a level of capacity. And for instance, a decimal point in the wrong place or missing could make something in the region of a 1.5 gram dosage into a 15 gram dosage, which would be quite devastating. If that print is not correct, especially in wallpaper, then and then it's sold on to the customer, they get halfway up through a wall and then come to the next roll, which isn't exactly correct, then, and we all know that, whether it's digital or analog or whatever, it's an issue for the end product. So as with any industry really, the print, and especially in the print industry, we're just striving, the marketplace is striving to create the best quality they can, as easily as they can, and try to get the best ROI out of the press that they have. Yeah. We actually have web cleaning and static control intrinsically together. So to clean a surface accurately, you actually need static control in combination with that. And our systems are designed with static control modeled into the manifolds for the cleaning aspect, because you need to lift the contamination that's held by static charges. So by neutralizing the web, neutralizing the static charge, you're able to lift it and remove it and take it away. The areas that we would think about for contact and non-contact are predominant, the materials that are being converted. So non-contact is predominantly used in areas of filmic or basically non-paper substrates. And those filmic areas would mean that we don't want to be in contact with them necessarily, we might mark them. With paper substrates in digital print, which is now getting very high speed, we use our vac clean, our contact system that actually is able to draw out not only surface contamination, but draw out contamination that's actually embedded in the paper, so paper fibres that are sitting there waiting to be released. Traditionally, carton printing was sheet offset, but now with the onset of shorter runs and key issues around more in relation to the end application, narrow web carton presses from roll-fed carton board are quite becoming a much larger part of our business. The aspect of carton printing means that the carton board itself has issues in relation to the amount of contamination that's on it and also the type of contamination. So again, we're talking about paper fibres or carton fibres that are sort of semi-embedded, and we need to lift those out, because if we surface clean it in our traditional way, non-contact, then we would clean the surface, but we wouldn't get these fibres out that are inside the paper that we want to lift away. So in these applications of carton presses, we're employing our vac clean system predominantly. It's a contact system and is able to get right into the surface of the material and clean it as it unwinds and goes off into the press. food industry is driving towards more greener products. So the papers and the cartons themselves have to have a, how can I say, a more green threshold to them. So this means that they're predominantly recycled. So they're working with recycled board. The challenge of that is that recycled board tends to be dustier and dirtier in the first place. So the cleaning of that before it goes on to print and create that product is a little bit more challenging. The offering that we have is to be able to actually discuss at very finite level what the application is, what the problem is, and what it is that we're trying to resolve. And that's why we have all 6 systems, is that we can then focus the right system, tailoring that to the issue and solving it.